Have you ever felt something so deeply, but you just couldn't find the right English words to describe it? Maybe you wanted to say more than "I'm happy" or "I'm sad." Maybe your heart felt full of emotion, but your words felt empty. Today, I'll help you speak from your heart, using deep emotional English words that carry real feeling. By the end of this video, you won't just speak English. You'll express your soul through it. Let's begin.
Section 1. Happiness. More than just happy. When something good happens, most people say, "I'm happy." But English has so many beautiful ways to describe different kinds of happiness. Let's explore them one by one.
1. Ecstatic, meaning extremely happy, filled with excitement. Example: I was ecstatic when I got my dream job. Try saying it with emotion. I was ecstatic when I heard the news. It's more powerful than just "I was happy."
2. Over the moon. Meaning very happy, often used in British English. Example: she was over the moon after her wedding. It feels poetic, right? Imagine being so happy, it's like you're floating over the moon.
3. Content, meaning calm and quietly happy, not excited, just peaceful. Example: I'm not rich, but I'm content with my life. It's the kind of happiness that comes from gratitude, not success.
4. Grateful. Meaning thankful from the heart. Example: I'm grateful for my family's love and support. Grateful people are emotionally strong. They see light even in dark times.
Practice question. What made you feel grateful recently? Write one sentence in the comments using the word grateful.
Section 2. Sadness. Deeper than just sad. Sometimes emotions are heavy. English helps us describe how sad we feel and why.
1. Heartbroken, meaning deeply sad because of love or loss. Example: he was heartbroken after his dog passed away. It's not just sadness, it's emotional pain. You feel it in your heart.
2. Miserable. Meaning extremely unhappy, uncomfortable. Example: she felt miserable during the long, rainy winter. Miserable describes both your mood and situation.
3. Gloomy, meaning dark and depressing, can describe people or places. Example: the room felt gloomy after he left. It's like sadness mixed with emptiness.
4. Disheartened. Meaning losing hope or motivation. Example: he felt disheartened after so many failures. But remember, disheartened doesn't mean defeated. It means you're tired but still trying.
Practice challenge. Say this sentence aloud. I was disheartened, but I refused to give up. Feel that emotion. Speak it with strength.
Section 3. Anger. Powerful words for strong feelings. Anger is part of being human, but we can describe it in many levels.
1. Annoyed, meaning a little angry. Example: I'm annoyed by the noise outside. Small irritations, like traffic or someone chewing loudly.
2. Irritated, meaning stronger than annoyed. Example: her constant messages irritated me. You feel pressure, like your patience is wearing thin.
3. Furious, meaning extremely angry. Example: he was furious when he found out the truth. Furious feels like fire inside, but in English we can express it calmly too. I was furious, but I stayed composed. That's emotional intelligence.
4. Resentful, meaning angry because of unfair treatment. Example: she felt resentful after being ignored. Resentment is silent anger. It hides in the heart for a long time.
Practice question. Which makes you more annoyed? People interrupting you or being ignored? Comment your answer in one line.
Section 4. Fear, when words tremble. Fear speaks many languages, and English has some beautiful words to express it.
1. Terrified, meaning extremely scared. Example, I was terrified of the dark when I was a child. It's a physical fear. Your heart races, your hands shake.
2. Anxious, meaning worried about something that might happen. Example, I'm anxious about tomorrow's exam. It's not just fear, it's thinking too much about the future.
3. Uneasy, meaning slightly uncomfortable or suspicious. Example, something about that silence made me uneasy. Uneasy is soft, like your instincts warning you.
4. Petrified, meaning so scared that you can't move. Example, he was petrified when the snake appeared. The word comes from petrify, to turn into stone. Imagine fear freezing you completely.
Mini challenge. Say this sentence. I was anxious, but I took a deep breath and moved forward. That's courage. Not the absence of fear, but action despite it.
Section 5. Love and affection. Warm words for warm hearts. Love has many shades, and English helps us express them beautifully.
1. Affectionate, meaning showing love through touch or kindness. Example, she's very affectionate with her grandparents. Affectionate means gentle love, not just romance.
2. Adore, meaning love deeply, admire greatly. Example, I adore my best friend, she's amazing. It's love mixed with admiration and respect.
3. Cherish, meaning to value something deeply and protect it. Example, I cherish every memory of my childhood. Cherish feels emotional. It's about holding love carefully.
4. Attached, meaning strong emotional connection. Example, I'm attached to my hometown. I can never leave it. Being attached can be sweet or painful, depending on the situation.
Practice line. I cherish the people who stay, even when life gets hard. Say it slowly. That's emotional English.
Section 6. Calmness and peace, the language of the soul. After all the chaos, we all seek peace. Let's learn the words that express calm energy.
1. Serene, meaning calm, peaceful, beautiful. Example, the mountain view was so serene. Serene has a spiritual feeling, inner peace.
2. Composed, meaning calm under pressure. Example, she stayed composed even during the argument. It's emotional control, not coldness, but maturity.
3. Tranquil, meaning deep calmness, often for nature. Example, I love the tranquil sound of rain. It feels soft, like a quiet hug from nature.
4. Balanced, meaning emotionally steady, not too high or too low. Example, he tries to keep a balanced mindset every day. Balance is the secret to peace, in life and in language.
Reflection question. Which feeling do you want more in your life? Serenity or excitement? Write your answer in the comments and say it out loud in English.
Section 7. practice and real-life connection.
Let's practice together. Repeat after me, slowly and with emotion. I am grateful for what I have. Sometimes I feel disheartened, but I keep going. I adore the people who make me laugh. Even when I'm anxious, I stay composed.
Beautiful, right? The more you speak feelings in English, the more natural, confident, and emotionally fluent you become.
Speak with heart. English isn't just a language of grammar and rules. It's a language of emotion, connection, and humanity.
When you use words like grateful, serene, heartbroken, or ecstatic, you're not just speaking English. You're sharing your truth.
So next time someone asks, "How are you?" don't just say, "I'm fine." Say something real. Say, "I'm content. I'm anxious but hopeful. I'm grateful for today."
Because that's the kind of English that touches hearts and makes people feel you, not just hear you.
Thank you for watching, my friends. If you felt connected to this lesson, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more videos that teach you to think and feel in English. See you in the next lesson. And remember, speak from your heart.